You are in your late teens or in your early 20s and you want it really bad. You want it all. Money, success, and respect. You want to be the one to make your family feel safe and rich. But it seems like every time you try to take a step forward, it is sooner or later cancelled by the reality of life. You have lost money with crypto, trading, you may have tried e-commerce, you bought this course and it didn't make you any money. Until now, you know that you tried, and it is not over since you have decided it's not. The first point is that failure is the cost of success. Imagine a checklist of things you have to do to succeed. This checklist may include various mistakes, failures, and even burnout in a few areas of entrepreneurship. The more you try, the more chances you create to succeed, because if you try hard for a long period, it becomes a matter of time. Imagine you want to launch an e-commerce brand. If you gave everything you could for the last 5 years, what are the odds for you to succeed? 30 or 40% maybe. But imagine that you have been trying for the last 10 years. What are the odds now? 80 or 90%? Quite good, isn't it? So up until now, I want you to understand that if you focus on one thing for a long enough period of time, the odds are that you will likely succeed. Let's suppose that you are 21. Do you think that 10 years later you will regret having committed to that one thing for 10 years after you finally succeeded? Of course not. You are now an expert in your craft and you have made a ton of money. And how old are you? 31. You are still young and able to build more with all the resources you have now. Your 20s are made to build the life you want, not to enjoy it. Now here's where the real problem starts. You are ambitious. But you are not consistent. Ambition is emotional. Consistency is mechanical. Ambition feels powerful at 2 a.m. when you're watching success videos. It feels powerful when you start a new project. It feels powerful when you imagine the future version of yourself. Consistency is different. Consistency is working when nobody is watching. Consistency is repeating boring tasks. Consistency is staying focused when nothing exciting is happening. And most ambitious young men are addicted to the feeling of starting. Starting a new Shopify store, starting a new trading strategy, starting a new YouTube channel, starting a new fitness plan. Starting feels productive, but starting resets the clock. Every time you switch lanes, you lose accumulated momentum. The brutal truth is this: you are not failing because you lack intelligence. You are failing because you are scattering your focus. You try crypto for 6 months, then dropshipping for 8 months, then trading for a year, then content creation for 4 months. Individually, those time frames feel long. In reality, they are short. Mastery requires depth, and depth requires commitment past boredom. The moment something stops being exciting, you interpret it as a sign to pivot. It's not a sign to pivot. It's a sign you are entering the phase where real skill is built. The first year is chaos, the second year is confusion, the third year is clarity, the fourth year is competence, the fifth year is leverage. But most people never reach year 3. They restart at year 1 over and over again. That's why you feel ambitious but stuck. Your effort is real, your hunger is real. But your timeline is unrealistic. You want 5-year results in 18 months. You compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10, and when the gap feels too big, you assume something is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. You're just early, and early always feels like failure. The real question is not whether you are ambitious. The real question is whether you are willing to be boring long enough for your ambition to compound. Now let's go deeper. You're not just impatient, you're distracted. This generation has access to more opportunities than any generation before it. Crypto, e-commerce, AI, content creation, trading, freelancing, SaaS, personal branding. Every week there's a new vehicle that promises freedom, and every new vehicle looks faster than the one you're currently driving. So what do? You switch. Not because you're lazy, but because you're afraid of missing out. You tell yourself, maybe this is the real opportunity. Maybe I started the wrong thing. Maybe that guy on Twitter knows something I don't. And without realizing it, you become addicted to opportunity. The problem with chasing every opportunity is that you never give one enough time to mature. Success doesn't come from the best idea. It comes from sustained pressure applied in one direction. Water can't cut through rock because it's powerful in one moment. It cuts through rock because it hits the same spot for years. Right now, your energy is scattered, and scattered energy produces scattered results. You wake up motivated, but your focus shifts every few months. You research instead of executing. You plan instead of building. You consume instead of creating. You are busy, but you are not progressing. There's a difference. Another reason you feel stuck is because you underestimate the invisible phase. Every real path has one. The invisible phase is when you are improving but nobody notices. You are learning but not earning. You are building but not scaling. And this phase can last years. Most people quit here. They interpret the lack of visible results as proof that they chose the wrong path. But the invisible phase is where foundations are built. Skills compound silently. Reputation builds slowly. Network effects take time. If you quit during the invisible phase, you reset the cycle. And starting over feels productive, but it's actually a delay. There's another uncomfortable truth. You might be working hard, but not working deep. Deep work means focusing on one core skill and pushing it to the edge. Surface work means doing a bit of everything. Learning marketing one week, design the next, copywriting after that. Then switching industries completely, you become average at many things, but average doesn't get paid, expertise gets paid, and expertise requires obsession. You can't be obsessed for 3 months. Obsession is a multi-year decision. Another reason you feel no progress is comparison. You are measuring your journey against people who are older than you, funded by family, connected already, or simply 5 to 10 years ahead. Social media compresses time. You see someone's success in a 30-second clip. You don't see the 7 years of failure behind it, so you assume you're behind. But at 20, 21, 22, you are not behind. You are at the beginning. The real danger is not slow progress. The real danger is quitting before momentum builds. Momentum is invisible at first, then suddenly it looks overnight. From the outside, it looks like luck. From the inside, it was repetition. The difference between ambitious and successful people is not desire, it's tolerance for delayed gratification. Can you tolerate 2 years of low results? Can you tolerate friends making fun of your project? Can you tolerate making little money while learning? If the answer is yes, you win eventually. If the answer is no, you will keep restarting, and restarting feels safe. But safety kills long-term ambition. You don't need a new idea, you need endurance.